Okay, guys, I'm going to go over a bunch of tools and a bunch of resources and low cost options for somebody who's starting a business from home. And I'll reiterate that. I am not assuming you have a big budget and you're working on a basis of having some angel capital or something like that. I'm assuming that, you're somebody who's looking to either start a small business working from home, be self-employed, reselling, digital marketing services or websites or something of that nature, and you're looking for cost effective solutions. I'm always an advocate of free solutions, but there's a lot of things where free just won't cut it. So let's go through some of my favorite tools to use right here. Now, starting off, I have GoDaddy.com because you're going to need to have a domain name. GoDaddy is a little bit more expensive when it comes to domain names and a little bit more expensive perhaps when it comes to hosting, but that expense comes with a benefit, and that is very, very solid 24/7 support. If you're somebody who is new to this whole enterprise of, launching sites, building your business, and all that, that can be really helpful to you. The email that comes from them, it's not the best, but this as a solution works and it's effective. It's relatively cheap. I don't get their add-on services. There's all kinds of add-ons and upsells. Like when you go to buy a domain from them for, 11.99, you're going to get a whole bunch of, add-ons that they throw in there. They want you to buy that are optional. I just say no, 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 no to all that stuff. But I do support GoDaddy. I think that they offer a really good service when it comes to a domain. So you're going to have to get yourself a domain name. A good rival to GoDaddy is Namecheap. Namecheap is a lot cheaper. When we go here and we look at domain names from them, they're just a heck of a lot less expensive. And, they have decent hosting and they're really, really affordable. Let's just look up a domain name with them and I'll pull up the pricing. I don't know, let's go and pick a .com and see what their pricing is like over here. Okay, the price per year, $8.88 for a .com. And of course, that price goes down on a per year basis. Their hosting is relatively cheap. Managed WordPress from them will run you, let's just see, a whopping $3.88 a month. And the first month is $1 for their starter package, going up from there to a huge $11.88 a month. So really cheap, okay? And Namecheap has a good reputation for a reason. They're affordable, and if you're somebody who knows what's up and you don't need support like crazy, you don't need to get on the phone with somebody every time something's going wrong, Namecheap is definitely a really good option. Now, they do have support. The support, as far as I know, is chat-based, and I have absolutely never had to use it. It's pretty straightforward to use these guys, and I completely support them too. So these are just a couple options for you to get yourself a domain name. You're going to need something like GoDaddy or something like Namecheap, one of these companies, to get your, name. After you have that, the next thing that everybody needs is a logo. And for a logo, you can go over here to Fiverr.com, Fiverr with 2Rs.com, and you can pump in logo, pop it in up there, hit search, and you're going to get tons and tons and tons of very qualified, excellent designers that you can get logos done for like $40. Don't go and spend $5. Make sure you spend at least $20, $30 and get yourself somebody who you really like making your logo. There's lots of different people you can go through and you can look at. You could say, well, they're amazing on here, and I'm just clicking on a random one. But you can see this is a quality designer. They know what they're doing and they do a good job. And so, go over there, get yourself a logo. Moving on from that, step 3 here, you have your URL, you have your domain name, you got your hosting, you got your logo. Now it's time to get yourself some merchant services. And perhaps they're not the cheapest, but one of the most convenient for all of us, all things considered, is to just go to PayPal and use PayPal Merchant Services. PayPal Merchant Services, I think a lot of people look at and say, well, it's kind of like the Walmart of, payment processors. But you know what? It's reasonably priced, decently supported. And what's great is, unlike a lot of payment processors, it has invoicing. They've got the ability to do invoicing with it. So it's very convenient, especially if you're somebody who's sort of new to this whole game and you're just getting on your feet, you're not ready to go and get a marketing automation system set up, and you're not ready to go and take the plunge and get yourself a big, a big boat type of processor, you could go in for, very little money to get yourself set up. They charge 2.7% currently for mobile and in-store payments. That's if you had an e-commerce site, or online payments and invoicing, which is more relevant to us. That's 2.9%. Now, that's kind of steep, 3% of $1,000, it's insignificant. And at the same time, it's not insignificant. So, you're going to pay them a little bit, but highly recommended, and most of all, very convenient. Something to keep in mind here is I'm assuming you're a new entrepreneur. You're somebody who's just getting their business set up. If you're just getting your business set up, you do not need to get bogged down for days and weeks, fumbling around learning tools and dealing with things you don't understand. You need to be able to just get in there and go. Like, that's why I advise GoDaddy for a domain name. Yeah, you're going to spend minimal amount more money, which is all, of course, tax deductible at the end of the year. But you're going to have great support. You're going to have someone you can call if you have problems with your CNAME, or you have issues with your email, or you have whatever problems you've got. And, it's worth it to have that for somebody who's new and somebody who doesn't have like 50 domains. When you've got a ton of domain names and the cost per domain matters, and, you're looking to keep costs under control in the aggregate, Namecheap's definitely a better option. That's just my 2 cents. Fiverr's always a good option for a logo. And PayPal, again, the same philosophy as GoDaddy. There are other payment processors out there. There's lots of them. And lots of them are run really well, and lots of them are great. And you can sit there and spend a lot of time fussing about it and figuring out which one's going to work for you. But if you're new and you just want to get set up quick, you can just go with PayPal, and it's a pretty straightforward process. Or, and this is another great option, you can just go to a local bank, which is something that a lot of people don't think about. You can just go up to like Chase, or you can go to, just any bank, Brandon Bank or Bank of America or whoever locally, and investigate their merchant services. Because if you're already established at the bank, you tell them what you're doing and stuff, it can be a pretty straightforward setup and reasonably priced as well. The next tool that everybody needs is a phone number. And the easiest and most straightforward way to get yourself a phone number is to go and get yourself Skype. Now, I know this is not like, this is not like a VoIP phone with a SIP and all that. And it's pretty crude in many ways, but it's so convenient. You just go, you have yourself a Skype account, which you're going to need anyway, because you're going to have people that want to Skype with you, whether they're vendors or partners or clients or whoever. So Skype is something you're going to want to have anyway. Well, for about $4 or $5 a month, really little money, you can go get yourself a Skype phone number and get yourself an unlimited account in North America. And I'm sure it's similar in Europe and elsewhere. So getting yourself set up with this really cheap, service gives you a phone number right out of the box that you can pop up on your website, put on your business card, and you can also forward your Skype number elsewhere. Like, you can forward voicemails and calls and stuff like that. It's pretty flexible. Another great solution for somebody who's new in business. And, I'll confess, I use a Skype phone to this day just because it's convenient. I'm here working in the studio, down here in Florida, we have metal roofs sometimes. So what you want to do, is just use your Skype, especially when we have bad weather. It's just something that is really convenient, easy to use. Next, and this is a tool that you may not need day one. In fact, you don't need this day one, but it's a tool to consider down the line. As you build your business and you start getting client after client after client, you're going to want to have a place to handle support in an efficient way. Freshdesk, or Freshworks is what it's called now, Freshworks Freshdesk. Freshdesk is one of the most cost-effective, easy to use, easy to set up, and affordable help desk systems that there is. In fact, they're so nice that they have a Sprout version completely for free with unlimited agents, and it has just missing a few of the features like SLA management, business hours, and a few things, HIPAA compliance, and things that aren't really going to be a big deal for you when you're just starting your business. And if you look at this, it scales up in a very affordable way. By the time you need Forest, you are going to be running an empire. And having a ticketing system like this is great for a bunch of reasons. You know, basically the way it works is you're going to have an online little portal for support. Your clients will click there, go in, and submit tickets that will show up inside of Freshworks, right, inside of Freshdesk. And the great thing about it is it keeps a very clean record of all the engagements between you and your client. And over time, let's say 5 years down the road, you've been using a system like this for, years. You're going to have tons and tons and tons of back and forth with each and every client. If some client, tries to file a chargeback on you or say you didn't do your job or whatever, you're going to be able to go in and prove that you did. And you're going to be able to show all the back and forth between your business and this individual. It's really important to do that and to start getting in the habit of doing that early on, just making sure that you protect yourself and that you handle support professionally. Another great thing is that they have knowledge bases built in, so you can actually build out a knowledge base and you can start to do those really professional things that you should be doing as you build your business up. Very affordable, very straightforward. Now, I'm going to show you this. This is Zoho CRM because the CRM system's also very important. But I want to make a point here. Rocket Driver, we have a CRM system that all of our people have, included with our program at the medium and high levels. The CRM solution that we have is not the same as Zoho. They are not one and the same. Zoho is a different CRM. It's a CRM solution that's available to everyone. And it's a CRM solution that is, again, very cost effective, as in it's free to get started. You can go ahead, you can use the system, you can get yourself started, and then you can expand out later on as you add agents and you add in more and more stuff. I think it's a great idea for people to think about getting started with a CRM pretty early. However, I have another personal favorite, and I know that this is going to get a lot of people are going to be pulling their hair out because they don't think that it's up to the task, but I can assure you it is, and that is Smartsheets. Smartsheets is not explicitly a CRM system. It's not, and it can't scale the way that other systems can for handling tons and tons and tons of leads. But generally speaking, if you're new in business, this is one of those indispensable cloud computing tools that, to me, is worth every penny of $14. With Smartsheets, you have online spreadsheets that can be grouped up. Right? You can create groups where people have access to sheet A, B, and C, but not E, D, F. So you can go ahead and you can build groups of sheets. On the sheets, you have different views. You can use Smartsheets for project management, which it does an amazing job of. It's got, for mapping your scrums and sprints in an agile process. It has all of that. It has the ability to upload files up to 250 megabytes per line within the system. So you can use this for warehousing all of your backup data on an individual client-by-client basis. You create a sheet for that. Create a sheet for all your passwords. Create a sheet for all of your, your prospects and your leads and your sales, and go ahead and, what I would do is purge out the sheet after a period of time. If you're just getting started, I, for a long time, used Smartsheets instead of a CRM solution for a long time because most of the CRMs out there are so big and bulky and clunky that getting in the habit of using them becomes, it's a chore in and of itself. And this is a problem not just for me, but for like 70% of salespeople don't use the CRM. They don't comply with it because it's such a pain in the ass to use. This is not a pain. This is simple. You go and you create yourself a sheet. You throw a line across it, name, phone number, business name, URL, email. Boom, there's your lead. You have a disposition drop-down box to the right. Called once, called twice, called 3 times, emailed, set appointment, junk lead, etc. So you'll set it up, and I'll do a video just on Smartsheets and how I set mine up to do just that. But suffice it to say, take a good hard look at this. You can get yourself a free trial, and it could be something that when you're just getting started can serve as a really great CRM for a one-man show. It will not scale when you have other salespeople because it's very hard to pay, to do monitoring and reporting within it on a per lead basis, but this is a piece of software I really believe in. And again, we're not affiliates with any of these businesses. We're not getting paid a dime if you go with them, and most of the stuff is free anyway. Check this stuff out, though. This is just a good batch of tools for people that are starting up. They're just getting into business. You're just getting set up in this industry, and you're looking for solutions that are out there. I thought I'd make a video and highlight some of them. Anyhow, if you'd like to see more little quick vids like this from Rocket Driver, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Hit that like button on this vid, and go ahead and click the bell so you get notified when we drop new videos. I'll see you in the next one. If you want to learn more about Rocket Driver and the solutions we have, go on over to www.rocketdriver.com.